Hello, my little gremlins. It is Lacey Deer here, and I'm your local artist. My socials are Lacey Deer for all the above. I love Fnaf. It's so fun and so weird at the same time. I love it so much that I dedicate hours of my life just drawing it. But something I don't like about the designs is, well, they're just too plain for my liking. Trust me, they're not that bad. I watch Has-Been Hotels.
What the hell? Oh my God! Get your ass on,
Hotel, so I know a bad design. I just want to add my own unique touch to it and, have fun with this, because I don't see a lot of people redesigning the humans. The only person I remember doing it is another artist. I totally forgot her name. But, I thought this would be very fun, because I want to redesign all the characters. I want to torture myself in the most gruesome way possible. I mean, I already learned the lore, so that's good enough. So for this redesign video, I am doing Afton design was based off of multiple people, but my main inspos were Chappell Roan, David Bowie, Will Wood, and Queen. I mean the band Queen. I really like when people make William into a ginger or a redhead. I'm kind of obsessed with it. So of course I made him into a redhead. And to tie in the spring body motif, I gave him blonde highlights, which was inspired by Chappell Roan's Saturday Night Live performance. Also gave him a tooth cap, because tooth caps are caps? Did I just say fucking caps? What? I also gave him a tooth cap to play into the spring body motif, and because gap teeth are cute. For some weird reason, the hardest part of making this design was the fucking outfit. I couldn't do anything with it. Men's fashion is so bland. All I have is vests, tuxedos, overalls. Come on, sheeple! Something that you probably didn't notice was the wings. This is a reference to the Greek tale of Hermes and Crocus. The tale of Hermes and Crocus is basically the tale of Apollo and Hibiscus. I'm trying my best. I thought this would be a cool callback to my old voice playing for William, which was Hermes, and a symbol for William and Henry. And also, Greek mythology is just really fun to learn about. Something I noticed was one of the songs in Ultimate Custom Night was called Isotrophobia, also known as the fear of mirrors. I really wanted to play into that. The main reason William hates mirrors was because of the spring lockings and what it did to him. It completely ruined him. It changed him not on a physical level, but on an emotional level too. Imagine getting completely mangled by your own creation, and you have to live with it, and you have to suck it up. It's heartbreaking and tragic. So after he was snapped, cracked, and popped like a glow stick, oh my god, finally! He would become, more emotional and more bitter, not just to his family, but to his employees and sometimes even the kids at the pizza place. And eventually would drive him to kill Charlie and the other children. He hates Henry for what the spring lockings did to him. William's still bitter about that. I ended up making a couple sketches of some different outfits from 1976 to 1985. The first one I made looked more 90s than 80s, but who cares? I wanted it to be more simple because he probably didn't have the time to get all dolled up, but still. I wanted to add some flair to the design, so I added some star glasses because they're cool as shit. For my second design, I went head first into my yassification phase, and oh boy, did I over-yassify him. He looks like I poured glitter all over him. Oh my god, I just realized he looks like Chappell Roan from the Hot to Go music video. Oh my god. As you can see, the wing motif. The only thing I like about this design is the spring body bow. It's cute. Can you blame me? And to explain Williams and Henry's relationship, I guess I'd call it, They're business partners. You know, obviously, like any other two people the same sex who happen to be partners and happen to be polar opposites and definitely didn't make out once.
It's hard to explain when sometimes queer relationships are so difficult, they're so complicated sometimes because you fall in love with your friends and it's a girl sometimes. You're like, but we're friends, why do I want to kiss her? So that's what this song is about. Sometimes you fall in love with your friends, and sometimes it doesn't work out. You know? And it's okay, because love changes. It's a kaleidoscope. With all those tiny little pieces in there, if you turn it, it looks completely different, but it's really all the same. And that's what love is to me, I guess. You go from friendship love to romantic love to whatever love you want, I guess.
Guess you could call them roommates. And that's my William design. I really like it and I hope you like it. Moving on to Clara. My first Clara designs were interesting. I really wanted to have this warm feeling to her design. In my IU, Clara is a toxic boy mom. She's very clingy and just overall just a mess. They were very plain. So for my redesign, I want to emphasize the 80s aesthetic. Like William, her design was inspired by multiple people, like Madonna, Taylor Swift, Minsky, Dolly Parton, and Jody Messia. If you hear anything, that's my sister in the background. She's watching something. I'm so sorry. Just please ignore that. Clara was originally a showgirl. That's how William and her met. The rest is history, for better or for worse. Clara has a complex childhood. Her father was very I can't fucking talk! Clara's mother was also a toxic boy mom, and eventually Clara would run away to Hurricane and work as a showgirl. One of her friends, Eleanor, Henry's wife, would introduce her to Michael and William, and William and her started talking and then eventually dated. Michael wasn't very keen on having a woman in the house because he never really had a mom. So when Clara walked into his life, he was like, "Who is this? Father, who is this woman?" But eventually Michael would start talking to her and they got along beautifully. Eventually William and her got married, and then they had Elizabeth, and then came Evan, and rest is history, I guess. Like I said, Clara was a toxic boy mom. This storyline was inspired by the song Infant Kiss by Kate Bush. Eventually Clara would get her own ballet studio. Clara still cared about Elizabeth and Michael, but Evan just needed some more help since he didn't speak much. But after the bite, she would process that trauma in a very unhealthy way by bed rotting. If you don't know what bed rotting is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's staying on a bed or a comfy surface and you just kind of don't move. The reason why I added this storyline was kind of funny, I guess. It was inspired by the song My Girlfriend by TV Girl. I don't know why I thought this was a funny reasoning. In my AU, Clara is the woman on the couch from Midnight Motorist. After some time, Clara finally came to the conclusion that, hey, I should leave this fuck-ass man whore. That'd be a great idea. You know what? I'm gonna go do that. And would eventually attempt to divorce him. And to say, she got royally fucked. And William immediately regretted that. She was very sweet, and it's a shame that she was murdered by her husband. I asked my mom if she looked like she was from the 80s, and she said, quote unquote, she looks like she's from Sesame Street. Thanks, Mom. And that's my Clara design. I hope you like it. I actually kind of like it this time. It's something I don't say for a lot of my designs. Michael's design was the easiest. We already know that he's a rebellious teenager, so I took a lot of inspiration from My Chemical Romance stomach book, Anna Miles, I think her name is, and Chapel Roan. You're gonna hear a lot of Chapel Roan in this video, by the way. Michael was born in 1976, February 13th. Although he has a different birth mother, we'll get on to her later. Before Clara came around, Henry played a big role in Michael's life. Henry was like a second father to Michael, which led to Henry being way too sweet on Michael. In Michael's teenage years, he would hang out with some kids who weren't the kindest people to say. He would constantly bully younger kids, but his main target was Evan. I'm saying this like they're gonna fucking assassinate him. Evan was easy to bully. He had glasses, he was a mama's boy, he was autistic. He's like the holy trinity of bullying targets. Michael definitely looked down on Evan. He thought that Evan was annoying, he thought Evan was slow. He just didn't like him at all. He was like embarrassing to look at for Michael. Michael was definitely jealous of Evan. He denies it, but after the bike he would run away and start dating a man named Jeremy Fitzgerald. And after the bite of 87, after Jeremy died, he would go crawling back to William. And to be honest, I don't really like this design. I try to make him look like an average Spencer employee, but he doesn't look like it. I think it's me being burnt out than me not having enough inspiration. And for the same reason, I didn't draw the security guard one, which is very out of character for me for some reason. I totally forgot about that. For Michael's mask, I wanted to stray away from the Helpy mask and bring back the fox motif. Then this beautiful mask fell from the heavens and graced me with a beautiful idea. And here it is. I might have went too overboard with the realism after Michael got scooped. We'll call him like SM. SM would walk around to William's house and find out that William wasn't there. Thinking that William would come back, SM would go back every single day, over and over and over and over. After some time, SM would start to rot, and the neighbors, freaked out, would attempt to kill Michael via rifle, like a true American. I think he needs Chapel Roan. Don't worry, bro, it happens to me all the time. In shock and not knowing what to do, Michael went to Henry's house, and of course, Henry didn't know what the fuck to do. He's a fucking corpse. What is Henry going to do? Michael, knowing what he had to do, would go to every Freddy's location and burn the place to the ground, and would eventually stumble across Freddy's Pizza Land and would work as a manager. And you know the rest. And that's my Michael design. I hope you like it. I really like it. Moving on. I absolutely adore my Elizabeth design. My first design, I didn't want to stray away from the girly design, but then I realized clothing doesn't determine how you act. Elizabeth is more of a girly girl than a tomboy. In my old design, you can see that I wanted her to play a sport of some kind. I decided that William probably didn't want her to play a sport purely because he didn't want her to get hurt. Elizabeth didn't like her mother because Clara took her for granted.
Obsessive behavior towards their sons inhibits good parenting at best and dips its toes into the Freudian at worst, becoming especially alarming when these women also have daughters who suffer because of this extreme favoritism. Why
Never paid attention to Elizabeth's needs. As older sibling, I know that you have to take care of the younger siblings, and that means you have to sacrifice time with the older ones, and sometimes it hurts. And although Elizabeth's relationship with William, Elizabeth is completely a daddy's girl. She likes to deny it, but Elizabeth is exactly like her father. She's loud, she's a narcissist, she has breakdowns, she's needy, she's spoiled. So I wanted to show that in her design. I gave her a lot of ruffles, very dramatic figure, big color palette. I wanted to show that a child put this outfit together. and I loved it. So that's exactly what I did. I gave her a green vest, skirt, and leggings with more ruffles and 2 ascots, with a ribbon wrapped around the waist. It's big, it's dramatic, it's an eyesore to look at. All I wanted to convert in a design. After the bite, she would turn into an angsty little version of her brother. This was a trauma response to the tragic death of her little brother. In this design, I wanted to embrace more of the 80s punk aesthetic in her design. Her design was based off of Yeasty Girls, Roar, Radiohead, and maybe a little Chapel Roan. And that is my Elizabeth design. I hope you like it. I like it. And moving on. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Evan. I'd even go to say that he's a little annoying, but maybe that's my own bias as an older sister. I ended up using the kid from The Shining, the kid from Child's Play, and Carlo from Pinocchio as my reference. In my view, Evan is verbally autistic. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he snitches. Then that means Michael is going to scare the living shit out of him, and he doesn't want that. So it's just an endless cycle of getting scared. To be honest, this segment is gonna be a little short, especially since I don't really talk about Evan that much. He's kind of over at the side, so I'm probably not going to expand on him a lot. So, sorry guys, sorry Evan fans. So, after the bite, everything just went to shit. Owen became more of an absent father, Elizabeth got into her emo phase, Michael would run away, Clara would start to bed rot, everything went to shit. He was like 4 to 6 years old, but like, it's just sad, man. But like, for his outfit, I wanted to lean more into like the 60s aesthetic, because I wanted to. Okay, like, I just told you this would be very short, but like, this is short as fuck, dude. Evan was never a priority in my EU, so thanks for watching, I guess. Bye. Psych! Gotcha! We got 2 more to go, baby. In my EU, Michael has a different birth mother than his siblings, or half-siblings. Natalie was 23 when she got pregnant with Michael, and Natalie did not like kids. She despised them, so when she did get pregnant with Michael, she was not happy. She was actually studying to be a doctor. She was in college. Don't worry. William was 22 and also in college. That's how her and William met. Michael never got to meet her birth mom. His birth mom, and Natalie never got to meet her son. Natalie still feels guilty about it. She still thinks about him, and Michael thinks about her too. It's just a happy thought of his. And moving on, in my EU, Vanessa was adopted. After Michael ran away again, he would adopt a girl named Vanessa. But after Michael got scooped, she would run away. Damn, this family has an oral history of running away. I haven't thought much about her. Like I said, with Evan, she's not like a main priority. She was actually based off of Justice Galley from Weapons. I went more with a kidcore, decor theme with her design. Other than that, that's my Vanessa design. I hope you like it, and I like it too. And those are my designs. Honestly, I had a great time making these. I had this idea for a very long while, and I'm very happy with my results, unlike last time where I would just remake them again and again. And I hope you like them too. Don't worry, part 2 is coming soon. That video is about the Emilys, and just in case, if I forget, good morning, good evening, and good night. Stay safe, and goodbye.